Alright, hey everyone. I wasn't requested to do this. This was just a reading that I really wanted to do for myself. Um, and by the end, you'll most likely end up hearing me talking to my Alexa to choose a number for me. This is take two because I took a video of this before and it was like 2 hours long, and my phone decided it wanted to kill itself because it was taking up too much storage. And it was already like 2 hours long, and it was like, I think 38 gigabytes. So there's no way it would upload to YouTube. It would have taken too long. I so back to the reading though. This reading is a pick a card, pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is when you will have a baby or have a family, or when you will have your next baby. So this is when you'll have your next kid. This is for anyone, man or woman. So when you get pregnant or when your partner gets pregnant. So I'm like pausing. I did a video for like 2 hours, so I'm kind of just like brain dead. But hopefully this video will be shorter because I already know basically what's in the piles. I already know already, so hopefully I won't take too long trying to figure everything out, how to word stuff. But I will flip this up so you can see the piles. So piles 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can choose your fighter. Kind of hard to hold it still because I'm using my hands, so but also, out of all the decks I've used, I'm not using tarot. This is actually Oracle, completely Oracle. So I'm using 8, and usually I would show myself shuffling, but because I'm using so many decks, it would have just taken forever. So I decided to like pre-make the piles. So I'm using the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle deck, the Timing Oracle deck, I've already used this Oracle deck and I'm using it again for the second time. So this is the Heart's Hidden Secrets Oracle deck. Now I'm also using the Astrological Oracle deck. It's hard for me to pronounce. Astrological Oracle deck. I'm using the Moonology deck. Moonology. I'm using the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. The Seed and Sickle. I'm not sure if I've also used this Oracle deck. I don't know. I don't really remember all the Oracle decks I've used, because I don't primarily use them, so. And then I'm also using the Starseed Oracle. And then lastly, I'm using the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. So you can choose your pile, take what resonates. This is general, so just take whatever resonates, and we can move forward to pile 1. So I will move piles 2 through 4 over here. Hopefully this reading won't be too long. And we'll start. So hello, pile 1. This is your reading. This is when you will have a kid, and like circumstances or blockages from you having a kid, and what your kid will be like, your experiences with them, just so overall, mostly when you will have a kid. So let it be a mystery. Patience, it's not time yet. December, September, and August. Scorpio, trine, new moon in Leo, new moon in Libra, and Leo. And then quiet your mind and whatever question, so just quiet your mind, pause the video, think of a question, and then unpause it, and this is your answer. No need to worry. Which is kind of sucks as an answer. It's like you want a yes or no, and then it's like no need to worry. So I guess it depends on what your question is. And then the rest of this, so this is the timing portion, and then the rest of it is like the circumstances, your experiences with your child. So distance, this in particular will be your experiences with them or the blockages you'll have. So experiences, and then this will be your relationship with them, or again lessons, and this is also will be lessons. Oleander. Okay, so again, this is general, take what resonates, so let it be a mystery. So for some of you, I mean, let it be a mystery reminds me of uncertainty, patience, it's not time yet. I mean, Oracle is like very straightforward, so I feel like I don't really need to interpret it too much. So December, September, August, I will say for the majority of you choosing this reading, your child will probably be born during the fall time. Could be late summer, early winter, like very late summer, early winter, but it seems to mostly be during the fall because we do have Scorpio, which is also October and November. So you could end up conceiving during that time or trying to conceive, or you could give birth during that time. We do have new moon in Leo, and the astrology deck has Leo. So we have double Leo because we have August, so new moon in Leo, and then Leo in general. So there's 3 Leo, very strong Leo timing. So I guess that could also be July, but I see because August is here, I think that's more so August. So very strong likelihood for those who chose this pile, you will conceive or give birth during the time of Leo, especially in August, so late summer. But Leo season in August is the beginning of August, the first 3 weeks of August. Cat, you better not jump up. No. Do not mess it up. No. Why? What is it? Okay, she's walking away. Good. So, I mean, I guess technically the Leo season is the beginning of August, but again, I'm picking up on very heavy, like, fall. So, but yeah, overall, like, Leo season in August, or like late August, late summer, all the way through fall and December, especially with Scorpio, Leo. Your child might also end up being a fixed sign. And since this card, it's also really funny because I'm picking up on a lot of like, yes, Leo is a given because there's a shit ton of Leo here. So hell is actually like basically like a triangle of Leo. So you could be a Leo. I mean, that's also another way to look at it. You could be a Leo, your partner could be a Leo, one of your children could already be a Leo, or your upcoming, oh my god, my cat is knocking over and playing with plastic, Jesus, this cat. But, where was I? Man, cat, you distracted me. No need to worry, but because I am picking up on heavy fall, heavy autumn. It's also really ironic because the answer card I got is literally a leaf, which reminds me of fall or November or October. And we are in the month of October, so hell, you could be conceiving right now, having a child right now, or will in exactly a year or so. So it's ironic, it's a leaf with a cute little possum. Not sure you can see that. How cute. So heavy Leo, potential Scorpio. Again, your child could be fixed, or you could give birth during the fixed season, or well, if you give birth during the fixed season, your child's gonna be a fixed sign. But I remember what I was saying. So you could be a fixed sign. You could be a Leo. Your partner could be a Leo. Your child could be a Leo. Like one of your children you already have could be a Leo, or this upcoming child who could potentially already be in the pressure cooker right now is going to be a Leo. I swear this cat is wild. This happened last night. It's like she see a box, she wants to go in it. Has all these chips in it. She's just, I don't know. I guess she wishes she was human so she could eat it. But she wants the plastic more so. But let it be a mystery. But yeah, I mean, for some of you, because let it be a mystery, for some of you, this might not be accurate. December, September, August, none of that might be relevant to you because it's meant to be a mystery. It's meant to be a secret. You could also be, let it be a mystery could also be uncertainty. Maybe you don't know if you're pregnant right now or will be in the future. And then for others of you, it's patience, it's not time yet. So, I mean, who knows? That could be confirmation that you're not pregnant yet. It might take some time. You might have to, it might not be the time yet. I mean, patience, it's not the time yet. So, literally, it's not the time yet. But December, September, or August seems to be a promising time, especially since December, if you're looking to have a child this year to conceive, December could be a good time for you, during Christmas or something. But that's a possibility. Also, because of Libra, Libra is also during September and October. So again, not only Leo, but also Libra and Scorpio is here. Very, very strong fall vibes. Very strong fall. I mean, Leo is summer. So again, summer and then very strong heavy fall. And maybe some of you are early winter. But December is more so in the fall time. It's only winter until December 22nd, I think. Or 23rd. And also for trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. And especially with no need to worry. I think overall for this pile, I think you're worrying about when you're going to have a child. And I think overall it's just patience. You don't need to worry about it. When the timing is right is when you will have a kid. When the timing is right, you'll have a kid. And with new moon in Leo and new moon in Libra being confidence is your key to success, and a new romantic cycle begins, you could end up starting up take what resonates. Maybe some of you will enter into a new relationship. Maybe you haven't met the right person yet, and as soon as you meet the right guy or girl is when you will have a family with this person. Maybe not as soon as you meet them, but it will happen, of course, once you're with the right person. You just have to be with the right person. And you might also have to up the romance. If romance kind of died in your relationship, you might have to kind of, get spicy. Or just be very, loving and romantic, sensual. And then trine, angelic support, harmony, perfect flow. Yeah. I mean, that's anyone with a child, anyone who's looking to have a child. the best thing to have, I think, for anyone expecting is to have a support system and to have like a harmonious connection, you know, a partner, you know, that can be there for you and cheer you on and support you. And not just like a partner, but also just friends and family. Or hell, just strangers. Also, because there's 2 new moons, you could also end up giving, you could also conceive. Don't you dare, cat. I know you want to come up, but no, you cannot. No. What do you want? Yeah, you tear that apart. But yeah, with new moon in Leo, new moon and Libra, there's also 2 L's. It's also really funny because I'm a Leo and my boyfriend's a Libra, so love seeing that. Although my moon sign is Aries and my boyfriend's moon sign is Gemini. So sometimes like the Moonology deck, like it can be their moon sign, what their moon sign will be. So who knows, maybe they'll be like double Leo in their chart, double sun and moon will be in Leo, or maybe their moon will be in Libra. Oh, my cat's licking her pork chops, her claws. But because of the 2 new moons, you could end up either conceiving or giving birth during like a new moon. Very strong new moon energy. It's also new moons are, I believe, are like the start of something new, start of a new cycle. Which, I mean, if you are having a child, like that's literally like a brand new life you're bringing into the world. So yeah, you could be conceiving or giving birth during a new moon. And again, especially during the fall, but it could be like during Leo season during August. Ew, why does that water taste funky? Anyways, now with the lessons you're going to learn with your child or potential blockages, distance, chasing, obsession. So distance would be like separation, space, blockage, chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience, obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. I feel like, I mean, this could be you or your child, but it seems like, oh, my cat. Hi. My cat just climbed up my chair so she could just, like, be next to me, be behind me. Hello. No, you cannot jump. No! No! I can't win with this cat. Go up. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I will say, I feel like you can judge someone, like you can judge someone's parenting based off of how they, like, treat their pets. Like, if they don't have kids yet, or their kids are young, you can tell what type of parent they're gonna be by how they treat their pets. It's not all the time, of course, not all the time, but it seems, at least from my experience, it seems most of the time, there's like some type of correlation between the two, how they treat their pets versus how they treat their children. There can be a correlation, not all the time though, so don't quote me on that. It's just something that I personally noticed. Cat. God, I wonder what does that. What does that mean? I'm gonna be like, what type of mom am I gonna be? An enabler? Oh God, I hope not. I know, you're very cute. My cat is distracting me with her cuteness and her distraction. Ha! Oh my God. I gotta go. Sorry. But yeah, with distance, chasing, and obsession, you could be focusing, this could be you or your child or something you're both going to experience, but you are focusing on the wrong things in life. You or your child is going to be chasing after the wrong things. They're going to be obsessed over the wrong things. They're going to be chasing after something that's gone the distance to get as far away from them as possible because they are not meant for them. I think your child's going to have a bad habit of chasing after people or chasing after things that are not meant for them. And that could be something that's also like meant for you, like something you also need to hear, something you could also be experiencing, is to stop chasing whatever is trying to get away from you. Like, it's not meant for you. You're obsessing over something that's not going to happen. You're chasing after someone that doesn't deserve you. Especially with karmic relationships, it could like very likely be with relationships. She or he, I keep thinking she in my head, so maybe this group is more likely to have a girl. But to me, it's like karmic relationships. It seems to more so be like in the relationships. They chase after the wrong people. They chase after karmic connections. They chase after people that are not meant to be in their life forever. When you try to drag karmic connections into your life and force them to stay for longer than they're supposed to, it can lead you to feel miserable. And I'm kind of worried that could be what's going to happen to your child or with you. Or both. I mean, maybe your child could have possibly kind of learned this from you. Maybe this is something you're going through right now, and this is a blockage. Maybe you're like looking at the wrong person. You might be in the wrong relationship right now. You might be with the wrong person right now, and you need to leave them in order to have this support and harmonious connection with someone. You need to find peace. You need to find peace and your confidence. You need to find your confidence and peace, it seems, before you can have a family. Especially with this child. Also with distance, there's also a possibility for your kid to kind of like maybe move away from you, to kind of distance themselves from you because they're in the pursuit of something that's not right for them. So for your child, that might be something you might need to expect from them. I mean, obviously, like, if a child's not born yet, this could be like 20, 30 years in the future, so I wouldn't worry about it now. Literally, no need to worry. You do not need to worry because things are open to changing. And I could be wrong. Again, take everything with a grain of salt. It's general. It's a general reading. So, but it seems like she chases after the wrong people. Karmic connection. And then Oleander. I don't remember what oleander means. I should honestly just like leave this out because I'm gonna need it. So I need the dusk and dawn. So because the oleander is reversed, I'm going to be using the Dusk Guidebook. And something that's really cool about the Seed and Sickle is that it actually like has the plants and seasons. So you can kind of keep track of that as well to see when you might conceive or give birth. What number is this? 32. 32, I think. Oleander, uncertainty, clouded decisions. Uncertainty, clouded decisions. Which I feel like goes back to the very beginning, let it be a mystery. There might be some uncertainty around this. Or like cloudiness. Uncertainty and cloudiness. And like this said, decisions. Or delusions. I feel like I've read this as delusions before. Clouded delusions. But that was clouded decisions. But who knows? Maybe there's like a sense of like delusion here, being delusional. Chasing after the wrong people, after the wrong things, going the distance. It's not really healthy. I will say though, if this is like how your child perceives you, they are obsessed with you. Like they are infatuated with you. Like your child could be like infatuated with you. Or your child just has like an infatuation streak. Like your child gets like infatuated really quickly. They might have a little bit of like an addictive personality, like towards people. Like they get too overly attached. Your child gets overly attached. Child gets overly attached. But yeah, they're seeing like between like you and your child from this happening and your connection with them, there seems to be like some cloudiness, some delusions, some uncertainty. So who knows, maybe you don't even know if you want to have kids. For some of you, you might be on the fence. Probably most of you, though, watching this. It's going to happen. Your relationship, like any relationship, though, with your child is most likely, it's going to have its rough spots. It's going to have its rough spots, and it seems to mostly be tied to the relationships they have with people. Like, you might be, like, they might be the type to kind of, your child might end up being obsessed over an ex or over, like, a really unhealthy relationship they're in. They might end up being, like, obsessed over that, especially when they're a teenager. So that might be something you're going to worry about, is, like, their love life and, like, who they're with, if that's actually good for them. Yeah, there's, like, uncertainty. Seems with your child. I heard that, cat. I know. And who knows, like, for some of you, maybe you, like, actually broke up with the partner you're kind of, that's best for you to, like, have a child with. Maybe you, like, broke up with them because you were, like, chasing something that's not meant for you. But I feel like that's, like, for very few of you. I think for most of you, it's you or your child chasing after something that's not meant for you, especially for, like, a karmic relationship. You might have to leave your current partner because they might not be, like, what's best for you, and in order for you to be with, like, your best relationship. Or karmic relationships could also just be, like, some stupid asshole trying to get in the way of your child. You know, some stupid asshole trying to, like, get in the way of you or your child, or, like, having a child. Could be some, like, pettiness involved. Some bitchiness, maybe. But yeah, you just need to, like, clear the fog. Be patient. Don't worry about it. Be confident. And if something's not serving you, you don't need it. Leave it behind. If something's not serving you, leave it behind. You don't need it. You can move on. You can be with someone better than that, or find something better. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this pile. I might be, like, missing something, but I will say, last thing, in terms of numbers, 36, 30, 26, 23, 22, and 32 might all be, oh, my cat's leaping around, but all those numbers might be pivotal to you. I mean, there's 36, 26, 32, 22. It's a lot of, like, 10 number jumps. So that might be of, like, importance to you. But, yeah. You can interpret that whichever way you want. Yeah, for overall, though, for this pile, it seems like you will most likely have your child at the end of the year. You'll either conceive your child or have your child at the end of the year. Especially during, like, Leo season, so maybe, like, late summer or during the fall. Especially during the fall, I would say, you could end up having your child or conceiving your child. Like, or right around, like, November season, it seems, or, like, October season, or maybe even, like, December, even though it's not, like, showing yet. But yeah, but probably most likely Leo, to be honest, even though I'm, like, feeling, like, strong fall. But we will see. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So on to pile 2. Trying to be quick about this and to the point, so this video isn't too long. So pile 2, I'm also gonna have to put timestamps, but anyway, so this is, like, when you'll have a kid, when you'll conceive, when you'll have a kid, the timeline, and also, like, any blockages, any experiences you'll have with your kid, any lessons. So we'll just get right into it next couple of weeks. that's in the future. February, July, May. Then we have South Node, Mars, Taurus, waxing moon, Venus. Alright, and then for everyone, if ask any question you have in mind, anything you want to know, this will be your answer. Hopefully it'll be there for clarity. Take it with a grain of salt, but hopefully it can help. So whatever your question is, just think about it, pause the video, and then a couple of moments. And then the answer you need to know is, this is the sign. And then the rest of this, so this is all timeline, like when you'll have a kid, the timeline. And then, like when you'll conceive them or give birth to them. And then the rest of this is like their circumstances. Like the circumstances of when you'll have your kid, any blockages, your experiences with them, what your kid will be like. So we'll just get into it. Hopeless, intimacy, depth, portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card, and then strawberry. I don't know what my cat is doing. She's jumping around. Anyways, so I mean, this definitely feels like the pile where you could be pregnant right now or you could be getting pregnant. It seems like whenever you guys decide to get pregnant, it seems like it might happen like pretty quickly for you. And for those of you who like want to like have a family, have a child, I mean, I'm sure most of you do because you're here, you're asking, you're wondering. It's in the future, so that to me is like a guarantee. Like you're gonna have a kid. It might even be now. You might even be pregnant now or expecting a kid now. It is the month of October and July is here, so if you could be conceiving this month, like literally in the next couple of weeks, so this month, and you could be giving birth in July. So that is a possibility. Or you could already be a month or two pregnant and you could be expecting in May. So if you're pregnant right now, you're most likely in your first or second trimester. And I will also say, you could also give birth May and February. You could also give birth and, well, you could conceive in May and give birth in February. So these cards are like linked, kinda, like in a way. It's also like mixed seasons. May, I believe, is spring, July is summer, February is winter. So May is also, I think, the start of summer. I think June is actually. Then we have South Node, Mars, which is Aries. Which is actually really ironic. So, May, I believe, is... Oh my god.
Wow, this cat needs a relax.
My cat just knocked over... My cat just knocked over a plate. Okay. I believe May is Taurus and Gemini. And then we have full moon and Taurus. And then Venus, which is Taurus and Libra. And Mars, which is Aries. So there is literally a triangle of May and Taurus energy. Like very strong Taurus energy going on here. So you could be a Taurus, your partner could be a Taurus, one of your children could be a Taurus, or you could literally conceive or give birth to your child during the time of Taurus, especially in the month of May. Seems very prominent because like there's very strong like Taurus energy. And since that is also like during the spring, summertime, this is the sign also has like these like flowers around it, which reminds me of spring. And it's literally like, this is the sign. And hell, if you guys are pregnant right now, you could end up giving birth in the month of May or July. So, I mean, this could be your sign. Like, if you don't know you're pregnant yet and you're wondering, like, this could be the sign that you indeed are. And also between the full moon and the waxing moon, you could end up either conceiving or giving birth between the waxing and the full moon. Like, as the moon is getting fuller is when you could end up conceiving. And also something I've noticed is Venus and Mars is here. So I know Mars is the god of war, that's Aries. Venus is the goddess of love, that's Aphrodite. And these two, in mythology, despite the fact that Aphrodite is married, these two are a couple. So I'm seeing like very, very sensual, sexual, like, vibes here. I mean, that is what Taurus is. Taurus is like very like sensual. That's like what I'm thinking of. Like, Venus and Mars is literally like, that's a couple. That's literally like a soulmate dynamic. Although Venus is cheating, Aphrodite is cheating on the god of fire, and I think metalwork, craftsmanship. I think his name is like Hephaestus. Hephaestus. I feel like if I try to pronounce it, I'm gonna make it sound like hepatitis. So. Oh god, this cat is crazy right now. But South Node, is destined to release. And the energy is getting momentum. So Mars and waxing moon is all about like getting momentum and moving forward and defending yourself. So this makes me think of like taking action. And with the next couple of weeks, I think if you really want to have a kid, you could have a kid right now. You could start trying right now. And I feel like it wouldn't even take that long for you to like get pregnant. Very like fertile. Like May, Taurus, Venus, very fertile. Fertile or fertile, however you pronounce it. Very strong chances of having a kid. Especially with the Aries. 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 You could also end up like having a child during the time of Aries, which is April. I am seeing like spring and summer here. It seems mostly spring, even with February. February is literally like a pink rose on this card, so I'm like getting like spring vibes, especially because of like all the cards and all the Taurus, the Mars. Mars can also be like summer. That's because it reminds me of fire, but that is just also just Aries, which is April. I think March and April, yeah. And who knows, in the same month that you start trying could be the month that you get pregnant. Again, seems like it'll be a couple of weeks. And who knows, maybe some of you are already like expecting in a couple of weeks and you're just doing this for fun. And also, like, your child could just end up having, like, very strong, like, Taurus placements. Or when you, like, conceive them, very strong Taurus placement. Now, onto the dynamic with your child, blockages about your child. Hopeless intimacy depth. I really do feel like your child is a very emotional person. Very deeply, like, emotional and sentimental. They feel emotions on, like, very different levels. Like they feel pain, they feel love, they feel intimacy on like different levels, on different planes. So like when they're hurt, it hurts deep. I think with hopeless, they probably struggle with or will struggle with self-worth. maybe even depression or like anxiety. And I think with intimacy, I think when it comes to you, they want to have a close relationship with their parents. They're gonna want to have a close relationship with you. They're gonna want to be close to you. They're gonna really care about you and love you. I think both of their parents. I was gonna say him, so maybe you guys are gonna for most of you, you're gonna have a boy. But intimacy, yeah, bonding, sensual, confiding. Also sensual, I mentioned before, Taurus, sensual, and then sensual showing up for intimacy. So I feel like this person, no matter their sign, they could end up being like a very sensual person. Very close. They might end up confiding in people like very easily. They might also be like really intuitive too, but I do feel like they care a lot about their relationships. Their self-worth, they might have like a bad image of themselves, or like have issues with like their self-worth, or at least like feeling hopeless, like their depression. They might have like issues with like their mental health. And again, they feel things very deep with like the depth card. And awareness, importance, and value. Yeah, they hold value to things. Things are very meaningful to them. People and things are very meaningful to them. And they also might be the type of child to like find the deeper meaning behind things. I would say very emotionally intelligent. Very emotionally intelligent. And I feel like this is also the type of person, the type of child that wants to have a partner. They want to get married. They want to have a life partner. Boyfriend, girlfriend, they want to have someone. And it seems like they, especially like if you're in a relationship and you're like really close to your partner, or very loving and intimate with your partner, they want that. They want that exact same thing. Yeah, they want a life partner. They probably also want a family as well too. So hell, you could expect grandchildren. You can expect grandchildren from them. And now portal. When I read portal, I also think of womb, because I was like, doors are opening, your cervix is opening, your womb is opening. You decide wars wild card. You literally could have a kid right now. Portal, you could literally have a kid right now. Or you could be having a kid right now already. Like, the door is, like, basically open already. Like, you can walk through. Like, you can. If you want to, you can. Like, it's here. Like, you can... if you're not already, you can right now. Like, it's coming. You're fertile... Like, it's fertile mortar. How do you pronounce it? Fertile... Myrtle? I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably, like, butchering it. And then strawberry makes me think of like fruit. And again, it makes me think of like spring and summer. Makes me think of fruit. Something about like all the blossoming. I need to look up fruit. Strawberry. Fall. A first sign, a change of tact. This is the sign. The first sign. Some of you might be some of you might be watching this, and this is like your first sign that you're pregnant. If you resonated to this video and to this particular pile, like, you are already probably pregnant. Like, and this is like your first sign telling you you're pregnant. Yeah, first sign, a change of tact. Oh, yeah. And for very few of you, because I feel like for basically every single one of you, I feel like for the majority of you, you're already on track to becoming a mom or a dad. Like, you're already on track. You're already on track to becoming a parent. Like, you're already there. You just need that, like, final push. Not even a push. Like, you just need to make the decision that you're ready and you want this now, and then it will happen. Like, you just need to, like, you basically, if you're not trying to get pregnant now, as soon as you start, you will basically become pregnant. Like, it seems like it will be very easily done. And yeah, maybe for some of you, like, or for maybe quite a few of you, like, you might have to change things up a little bit, like maybe change positions, change locations. Hell, maybe how you conceive could be like in a really weird way. Like, maybe you usually have sex in the bed, but instead you've had sex in the car, and maybe that's how you conceived. Like, there might be like a small change in how you like normally have sex, and that's how you conceived. Just that like one special, like, well, not just one special moment, but it was like at that time you had a child, you conceived. Yeah. Seems like it would be like very easy, very nice, and a lot of like very like sweet, like very spring, summer, like flowers are blooming, very beautiful. You might end up having like a very like beautiful child. You might have like a flower child or a water child. Very like summer or like spring. Could be winter too. Like, you could end up having like a winter child, conceiving during the May and giving birth in the February. But yeah, they very emotional. They're gonna be a great child, a great person. I really think so. They just might need some help when it comes to like their self-worth. They just might need help, you know, to feel good about themselves, or not about themselves, but about the world, because they might worry a lot with hopeless. They might worry a lot, and they might, especially with like sinking and then depth, which is literally like scuba diving into the depths. They might kind of sink into their emotions a lot and become hopeless. So you just gotta be there for them and support them and love them and take care of them and kind of pull them out of that when it becomes too much for them. Kind of pull them out and help them. Or better yet, teach them better, like, coping skills, coping mechanisms, you know, so they don't need other people to like pull them out. They can pull themselves out when need be. Like, when it comes to like their mental health, because I feel like they feel so much. They feel very deeply. Yeah. And I feel like with the portal card, like, they are literally there, waiting, ready. They can come out at any time. Like, they are ready to be born, ready to be made. Yeah. Especially with, like, energies gaining momentum with waxing moon and move forward and defend yourself. Like, it's coming. It's coming. You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it and it will happen. It won't even take that much effort. You just gotta do it and it will happen. So... yeah. And yeah, some of you might have to like change something up a little bit. You know, like destined to release. You know, this child might have to like release something, or you might have to release something, but overall, yeah, you are on the right track. It's gonna happen. You are literally on the track to like becoming a parent, to having a child. Like, it's gonna happen. You're there. You're heading there. Probably like right now you're heading there as we speak. Also, not sure I said this yet, but numbers, so 3, 39, 16, 21, 19, and 39. So we have 2 39s, so that might be a prominent number. It says since it's showing up as double, so that might be prominent. 16, 19, yeah, 21. Or like those ages might be prominent. Numbers, ages, could be days, ages, could be anything. Years, months. Well, there's no 21 months or anything, but Or you could like add it up, like 3 plus 9 is 12, so take that what you will. Oops. Alright. Wait. Can you get me some water?
Did you pause it?
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My boyfriend's getting me water. Sophie's out there.
I know.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, my baby girl. How's your moment of freedom? Okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely seems to be like a spring summer child, especially like around the month of May or like June, July, possibly February. Definitely like very strong like spring, summer vibe, especially spring. A lot of blooming going around, a lot of blooming, a lot of opening, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. That was pile 2. Thank you. Alright, now on to pile 3. So this is overall when you will have a kid. Most of it is like when you will have a kid, and then it's also like circumstances you'll have a kid, blockages, lessons you'll learn, your experiences with your kids, so on and so forth. So we'll see. So not in this lifetime, or sometime in the future, January, March, November. Should move this. Got a little bit of water there, so I gotta make sure I don't damage the cards. Okay. Jupiter, house 10. Step out of your comfort zone. Expect powerful change. Mars. Ooh. I don't know if you guys saw that. You probably did. Well, erase that from your memory. But if you have any questions, anything you want to know, this card will help you. Hopefully give you clarity, yes or no, whatever you want to know, whatever your question is. So just pause, think of a question, something you want to know, and hopefully this will help you, give you clarity. So just pause it, and then the answer is go, the time is right. Go, the time is right. So pretty much a guess. So all of this is basically like timing, like when you'll have a kid. And then the rest of this is like further information, blockages, your relationship with your child, things you need to know about your child. So let's get into it. So Divine Feminine, Confessions, Return, Harith. That's the name of my Discord, Harith. And then Bramble. Alright, so I will say, with March and Mars, that is double Aries, so there is a strong indicator of Aries here of when you will have a child. Jupiter is Sagittarius, and November is also Sagittarius. So there is Sagittarius and Aries showing up. But another zodiac sign that is showing up like very strongly is Capricorn, which I didn't know this the first time that I did this video, but then come to realize that January is in Capricorn, and house 10 is also Capricorn, so did not know that before. So there's a very strong chance you, your partner, any child you have currently, or the child you will have in the future, will have very strong like Capricorn in their chart, because Capricorn is what came to mind earlier, especially like Sagittarius as well, and yeah, Aries. So North Node, new moon eclipse. Now for some of you, not all of you, maybe most of you, it really depends. This is general, so take what resonates, but not in this lifetime. I will say some of you might struggle to have kids a lot, to the point where you might not even end up having kids. So there is a possibility in this pile that you might not even end up having kids. It might not be possible for you, or you don't think it's possible, or you could end up having kids later in life, especially sometime in the future. It's not like a definite yes, or like it's not going to be anytime soon. It doesn't seem like it's going to be anytime soon. January, March, November, it seems if or when you have a child, you might end up conceiving them or giving birth to them during the winter time. Especially between January and March is when you will probably give birth to them. Probably when you will have them will be during the winter season. So, and even though like November is in fall, I mean, November still kind of reminds me of winter. Sometimes where I live, we get like early snows in November, but it's pretty rare. Jupiter, grow and expand, house 10, structure, discipline, life mission. Also, I will say, when you have a kid, your life would already have been figured out. You're already going to be successful. You're already going to have your shit together. You're going to have your eggs in your basket. You're going to know what's up. You're going to know what you want. Like, you're going to be prepared, basically, and you're going to be, like, very practical, to the point, structured, disciplined, accomplished, successful. Like, this pregnancy might come to like a surprise to you. It might be a bit of a surprise. You might not even be able to have a child, or you think you might not be able to have a child, potentially because of age. Potentially, again, like I do feel like this pile won't be having kids anytime soon. At least for the majority of you, it won't be that soon. It won't be in the next couple of years. It probably will be in like 10 years. At least in like 10 years, maybe 15, 20 years for a lot of you. Unfortunately, if you want to have kids soon, it doesn't really seem like this is the pile where you're going to have them, so quickly, unfortunately. But step out of your comfort zone, expect powerful change. Yeah, I mean, this pregnancy is possibly going to be an accident. But even as an accident doesn't make the child any less of a blessing. The child is always a blessing. No matter what people say, a child's a blessing. Step out of your comfort zone, expect powerful change, Mars. Grow and expand. Yeah. And of course, like anyone who has a child, it will be a step out of your comfort zone. It will be a very like powerful change. That's really, I think, for anyone who has a child. I guess not everyone. I mean, some people kind of, it's kind of like to be expected. But some people like experience such powerful change, some kind of don't, Expect powerful change, step out of your comfort zone. House 10, yeah. You're already going to be successful. You're going to know what you want. You're going to know what's up. You're already going to be, like, successful. You're going to have your eggs in the basket. But yeah, there's, again, like, this is the pile of, like, having kids later in life. This could also be the pile of struggling to get pregnant. It might take a while. It might not even happen for some of you. So you might have to go through the route of adoption. Grow and expand. And it also makes me think, despite having your life together, having a child is a completely different realm to you. Where, like, you may have, like, wanted a child, but, like, after trying for however long, you didn't have a child, so maybe you thought, like, it was never going to happen, it wasn't for you, and then out of nowhere, you're pregnant. It's going to be a completely different world to you. You're going to grow a lot. You're going to grow in ways you did not expect, that you didn't think possible. You're going to grow a lot. It's going to be, like, a really big, like, learning experience for you, growing and expanding. Especially, like, stepping out of your comfort zone, expecting powerful change, like, you, like, are already, like, already prepared, but it's, like, more than you could have ever, like, imagined. And it's going to be great. You know, I'm sure, like, I mean, like anyone that has a child, it's going to be overwhelming at times, but I think overall it's going to be rewarding. And, like, go, the time is right, and Mars, I mean, Mars is all about action, and again, that's, like, Aries. So that's, like, taking action. Go, the time is right. Yeah. And again, for, like, and for some of you, I mean, it depends on your question, but there's no new moon. New moon eclipse. I mean, eclipse is also, I mean, aren't eclipses supposed to be rare? You know, like, once in a lifetime. Well, I've probably had, like, 2 or 3 eclipses in my lifetime, and I'm only 21, so that's probably not accurate, but you could end up having a child. You could end up having a child during a new moon. You could end up having a child during a new moon. Or around a new moon. God, I can't talk. You might end up having a child. You might end up conceiving or having your child, giving birth to your child during a new moon. It might even be around or during an eclipse. It might even be during an eclipse. So either a new moon or an eclipse, or maybe both if possible. Not sure that's possible. I'm not sure, actually. I don't think so. But an eclipse is rare, so, I mean, like an eclipse, your pregnancy might also be rare. Again, like, I'm picking up on some of you might struggle to have children. I don't know if like there's like a condition where you're not able to get pregnant. It could be just age, or it could just be like a condition that you had that, like, made pregnancy, like, really difficult, conceiving really difficult. You could have had miscarriages or stillborns, or maybe phantom pregnancies. And phantom pregnancies is when, like, your body tricks you into thinking you're pregnant, or you trick your body into thinking you're pregnant, but you're not. Okay, cat. My cat's back. Hi! You know, didn't you leave me alone for, like, the entire, like, pile 2? And now you're back. She's back. The Destructor. She's just hanging on the back of my chair like Batman. She's literally sitting there like Batman. She is the night. She is vengeance. Oh. And now she's on the back of my chair just sitting there. She did this the last time, like, literally right around pile 3 of, like, the last time I was doing this, like, well, this video is already an hour long, so it's been, like, probably, like, 2 hours, an hour and a half. She did this the last time I was doing pile 3, so, I don't know. I mean, towards the end of this reading, I'm gonna ask Alexa which, number between 1 and 4. And we'll see what I get. And who knows, maybe pile 3 will be my pile. Will be my number. Maybe. Hey! Oop. Oh my god. That's bad. Hopefully... Okay. You are disturbing the peace. Oh! No! No! Sorry. I'm sorry. Anyways. Not my cat bothering me. She's an angel, but damn is she annoying. But where was I? God, and she knocked over my phone and the sound it made. Oh boy. Hopefully my phone's not broken. Anyways, realizing that you guys might also not be able to see. So hopefully you can, now you probably can't see everything. Screen powerful change. I don't remember where I was because Sophie keeps distracting me. It's very distracting. But I guess moving on from whatever I was talking about. Oh, the eclipse. So yeah, you might end up having like a rare pregnancy. Like maybe you thought it was like difficult to get pregnant, like it was difficult to get pregnant. Maybe you thought it was impossible. It might be like once in a blue moon, once in an eclipse. It's rare. I mean, maybe you have like a condition that like has you like struggle getting pregnant because of like a condition you have, and then you're like 1 in like 200 cases that like got pregnant despite like having it, and it's like a miracle. Getting pregnant in and of itself is a miracle. So but after so much like strife and like so much trying, you know, or struggling, hey, you deserve it. You deserve it. Now, so moving on. So this is the timing. This is like when you'll have a kid. And then this is like the circumstances, the blockages, your child, what you need to know. So, Divine Feminine, I do think you probably are more likely to have a daughter. You might end up having a girl, but yeah, first pile was a girl. Second pile, I'm pretty sure, is a boy. Third pile seems like another girl. I don't know what fourth pile might be. It might be another boy. Who knows? Even and out, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But Divine Feminine. So yeah, you might end up having a girl, but again, just with like Divine Feminine, I mean, even if you're like a man or a woman, but especially like for the woman, but also for the man too, like you are ready to be a parent. You are ready to have a child. You are ready, you are prepared. Even if you don't think you are, you are. Like, I feel like you are practical and stable, and you will give your child a practical and stable life. You will give them a good life. Like, I feel like you are going to make sure that they have what they want, what they need, and you're not going to spoil them, you're going to discipline them, you're going to structure them. Like, how you've structured your life, you're going to structure them. And even if you don't have a girl, you could have a boy, and they're just like in tune with their emotions. Or they could be like flamboyant. Or who knows, maybe it's like a mommy's. I mean, hell, Divine Feminine could also be like the parent that your child gravitates to. So you could have a mommy's boy, a mommy's boy or a mommy's girl. Confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages. So you could end up also hearing something maybe from like a doctor, in return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, you may have the person you're going to have a child with, you may have let them go. You might not be in contact with them anymore, and they might end up coming back, so you might have a child with an ex. Or maybe not an ex, but maybe a friend or like an old classmate you end up reconnecting with. It could be like something along those lines. But I will say though, with confessions and return, I mentioned miscarriage and stillborn before. I feel like if you did have a miscarriage or stillborn, I feel like this is the same soul, the same child, just different body. And I feel like they're gonna, they're like returning to you. It's like, I know, like, it didn't work out the first time, but I'm here again. Like, I'm here, I'm gonna keep fighting, I'm gonna keep trying. I feel like it's the same child. Different body, but same child, same soul. Like, they want to be with you. This is going to happen. It's like, you may have lost me, but I'm still here. I'm still trying. I'm going to keep trying until I'm here. You can be with me. I can be with you. Hits me in the feels, man. It actually makes me really sad. It makes me want to cry. Like, damn, I was not expecting that. But for those of you who have had miscarriages and stillborns, I feel like this is a soul child. I'm not going to jump ahead, but I'll get to it. But definitely like a soul child, a soul family, a soulmate type of dynamic. Like, they want you. They want to be with you. And you're going to learn a lot from them. It's going to be a whole new experience for you. It's going to be such a great experience. And I think with confessions, you might end up learning something that you don't know yet. Maybe from like a doctor or something. Who knows, maybe you are pregnant right now and you're going to hear something about it. Or like someone knows something and they're going to say something to you. Someone may know something and they're going to say something to you. Something that's like really important that you need to know. And maybe you need to experience that first. Maybe you need to experience this confession first before you can have this child, before you can get pregnant, before you can conceive. But I will also say, like, if this is your child confessions, I don't feel like they're going to take... I feel like if they were to keep secrets, they would tell you. They can't keep secrets. They don't like keeping secrets. They don't like lying. They feel like an honest person. They don't like hiding stuff. They feel like this type of person, even if they were to hide something from you, they will come around and tell you eventually, because they cannot hide it. They do not want to. Especially from you. And yeah, with return and confessions, like, you might end up having like a rough patch with them. I mean, that's like any parent or any child with their parent. Like, that's any like parent dynamic that's going to happen. So you might end up having like a rough patch. Oh, that died. Dude, when that turned off, I looked over at the camera and that's just like a dark, spooky corner. My god. Dark, spooky corner. What is this video? My cat keeps distracting me. Video turned out too long. Black turned off. I'm probably overthinking it, but... And my head's kind of starting to hurt. I don't know. Maybe signs to just, like, end the video. Take a nap. I don't even take naps, but... Yeah, return. But yeah, like any child, you might end up having, like, a rough patch with your child. But you guys will come around. Like, this is not going to be permanent. Whatever, like, happens between you and your kid maybe they'll end up kind of, like, being estranged or something. It won't be for long. It won't last. It definitely won't last. It also might be that your kid could end up like moving away, because they might end up like having, I feel like, I mean, this is for a lot of parents, but your child is likely going to have the same morals as you, the same passions as you, the same values as you. So if you really value your career, your discipline, your lifestyle, your accomplishments, your life mission. First of all, I think having a child is definitely a part of your life mission, definitely like a big part of it. Not just your accomplishments and like not just everything you've accomplished, but also like this child as well. But I also feel like you're gonna like rub that off on your child. You're gonna kind of teach your child that they're gonna be like you in that sense. And I feel like this seems like the child where they may end up moving away. Like if you live on the East Coast, they could end up moving to the West Coast to pursue a career, and then within like 20 years, it will return back to you to like be with you again. And it seems like you'll let them, you know? Like you kind of like let them go, let them join the flock of birds they want to join, let them be themselves, let them do what they want to do, give them free reign. You know, like you've done your part, you've parented them. You're not going to smother them. You're not going to smother them. When they're old enough, mature enough, you're going to let them go. And they will come back around, like, eventually. But they're going to, like, build their own life, and you're going to let them. And then with Harith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. I've said this before. This feels like kindred spirits. This feels like soulmates. Longing for home. You are each other's home. You guys literally feel like kindred spirits. Like, you are each other's home. You are each other's family. Or going to be each other's family. Like, you, like, basically belong to each other. Like, well, you guys belong together. You guys belong together. Like, soulmates. I wouldn't be shocked if you guys have, like, reincarnated together several times. Or, like, have, like, soul contracts together. I would not be shocked. Very strong, very, like, close dynamic. Like, meant to be together. Meant to be together. It's very nice. I love this dynamic. I love the feeling I'm getting from this. Now, Dawn. So, Bramble. Bramble is winter. So again, I do think you're going to have a winter child sometime in the beginning of the year, whatever year that may be. And then with Bramble, preparedness, forethought, yeah. I do think you're an intelligent person. You're prepared. You're gonna figure it out. Even if even if you aren't prepared, even if you haven't figured it out yet, you will. I mean, most parents it's kind of like a learning process. Like, parenting is a learning process. You're not gonna get it like right away. I mean, some people do, but most people don't. You're not gonna get it right away. It's kind of trial and error. It's a learning experience for not just you, but also your child and your partner. But I feel like overall, though, like, you're prepared, you're disciplined, you're prepared, you're practical, you're stable. You'll do this, and you will grow a lot. You will expand a lot. And I think... Yeah. I was gonna say something, but then I caught myself because I'm like, no, I don't think that's accurate. Yeah. In terms of numbers, before I forget, so 10, 4, 15, 17, 25, 44. So a lot of like 10, 15, 25, a lot of like 5. numerals of 5, and then 4, and then 44. So yeah, that might be of like some significance to you. Also, the number 10, which is 2 10s. So there's 2 10s. There's repeating 4s, 3 4s, and then like 10, 15, 25. So like numerals, if that the term for 5s, 10, 15, 25. Times the number by 5. That's the number you get. So I think that's pretty much it for this pile. It seems like you're either going to conceive or have this baby during the winter time. You're going to have a winter child. Or late fall. Definitely during like the cold seasons. Or maybe the warm seasons, depending on where you live. Because I understand not everyone watching me is from the United States or Canada or Mexico or anywhere in North America, so grow and expand. But yeah, very nice dynamic. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching. Alright, now on to pile 4. So this is when you will have your child. So this is the timeline of when you'll have your child. And this is also like information you need to know, blockages from like having a child, experiences you'll have with your child, lessons you'll have with them, what your child will be like. So we just get right into it. So next couple of months, have faith, divine timing is at play. October, June, April. Okay, just move them back like this. And then Earth, conjunction, and then supermoon, emotions are running high. South node, don't let your past hold you back. And Aries, okay. And then, so with this card, any questions you have, anything you want to know that you need clarity on, or like a hopefully straight or direct answer, just think in your head whatever you want to know, and then hopefully this card can give you clarity, will help you. So just think about what you want to know. Pause the video if you need to. And then here it is. Get more information. So you need more information. Wow, tough luck. What a crap. What the fuck? Well, I guess not necessarily. And then the rest of this is just like more information. So this is like the timeline when you'll have a kid. And then the rest of this is like circumstances, what your kid will be like, and so on. So memories, emotional storm, ooh, curse, an indigo child, what? And then breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. And then birch, reversed. Oh wow, okay. So this is pile 4, this is the last pile, and just take what resonates. This is general, so I understand there's probably a lot of different people from varying like pregnancies that are likely going to be watching this, present or future, so we'll just take what resonates. Next couple of months, so It is October. In October, this is so in real time, like right now as I'm making this video, it is October 9th, I believe, October 9th, 2024, and the card month, October, has now showed up in this reading. So October, June, April. So you could be pregnant right now, or it could take you a couple of months. It definitely seems like the pile where it might take you a couple of tries, it might take you a couple of months before you do get pregnant, but it will happen eventually. Divine timing is at play. So have faith, don't lose hope. It's just gonna take a while. It's just gonna come down to just the timing of things. When it's meant to happen, it will happen. And I feel like that's for the majority of people that get pregnant. When you're meant to happen, it doesn't matter what you want, the universe is going to give it to you, basically. Or, like, it doesn't matter if you want to wait a bit longer, the universe is going to be like, it's going to happen now. Or, like, it doesn't matter if you want to get married first, the universe is going to make it happen. They're going to get you pregnant. So, next couple of months, yeah, this might take a while if you're actually, like, actively trying. It might take a while, it might take a bit, but divine timing is at play. October, for some of you, you could literally be getting pregnant this month. You might already be pregnant. And let me think. October, June, April. There is a mix of seasons here. October is fall, June is summer, April is spring. But Aries, I am seeing double Aries here with April and Aries, so there's a potential to either conceive or give birth during April, especially during the month of, especially during the season of Aries. So it could be spring. But I'm also pretty sure April is also Taurus season and Earth is here. So Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So that could be any of the signs your child could end up being. That could be you, your spouse, or your partner, whoever you have a kid with. That could be you, whoever you have a kid with, your partner, your spouse, whoever, some random person, I guess. Well, you're having a kid with them, probably won't be random, but you never know. What's the word? It could be one of the children you already have, or it could be, your future child who you might be pregnant with or going to be pregnant with. I will say, persistence, patience, practicality, again, like, it might take a while, because Earth tends to be, like, slow-moving, it might take a while, but it definitely feels like this is probably most likely going to be a pregnancy that's going to be intentional. This is most likely going to be like an intentional pregnancy. It's just going to take a while, but just be persistent, be patient, have faith, be practical about things, and you'll get there. Like, you're going to get there eventually. You might even get pregnant during Taurus season in April, because of Aries and potentially Taurus is here. You could end up getting pregnant in April. Trying to think what October is. I think October, that's Libra and Scorpio. And then June is, I believe, Gemini and Cancer. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be those months. Again, like, you could end up conceiving during that time in one of those months and then giving birth later on. So you could be conceiving during Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. You could be giving birth or conceiving during that time. And who knows, maybe that lines up with one of these months, October, June, or April. Maybe that lines up, especially with April, with Taurus. I feel like I've gotten a lot of Mars and Aries. For the past, like, 3 piles, I've gotten a lot of Mars and Aries. And then I think this is my second time getting South Node. And then one of my other readings, I forget which one, I think it was my first pile, and that was North Node. But yeah, emotions are running high, Supermoon. And obviously, with Supermoon, I understand this is probably most likely for the vast majority of you who chose this pile. This is something you really want, something you've been looking forward to. And I will say, just because it didn't happen the first time doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It just might take a while. And that's okay. Again, have faith, divine timing is at play. So I understand your emotions are probably running high, you or your partner, maybe your children. You could be a really, I also think with emotions running high, you could be a highly emotional person. You or your partner could be really emotional. And when you get pregnant, you might especially be really emotional. So even if you're not like an emotional person now, you might become so when you're pregnant. And that might be like one of the first symptoms you get of pregnancy is how emotional you get. And maybe like a swelling, supermoon, you might swell a lot. But don't let your past hold you back. I feel like for you guys, this feels like the type of pile where like if it doesn't happen the first time, you get like really discouraged, like it's never gonna happen to you. Don't worry, don't jump to conclusions. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't let it hold you back. You know, it might take a while. The timing might not be right, but it will be eventually. Just be persistent and be patient. And with conjunction, that's a union, merging, and coming together. So spend time with your spouse. Spend time with whoever you're going to have a kid with. Don't just spend all that time like having sex or making love. Like actually like spend time together. Like go on dates together. Go on a picnic. Go on a walk at the beach. Go on a hike. Do whatever. Go to the movies. Bake a cake together. I don't know. Just do something together. Spend time together. Enjoy your union for what it is. Enjoy it. Enjoy being together. A union, merging, coming together. And I also feel like when you guys have a kid with conjunction, your signs might conjunct with your child. So there will be like a union between your signs, between your zodiac charts, like a merging or coming together where you'll be like compatible with one another. You might be similar with one another. You could end up having the same sign actually. Isn't conjunction like the same sign or something? I'm not sure. I don't understand the whole like trine, square, conjunction type of stuff. Sextile, I don't know what that means. But union, purging, like I haven't learned that yet, but union, merging, coming together. Yeah, just spend time together. And I also think like when you guys have a kid, you and your partner will get even closer together. Like get close to each other now, but when you guys do have a kid, you guys will get even closer. As you should, honestly. Like you guys should get closer when you have a kid. Like get as close as possible. Like be there for each other. And when you guys do have a kid, I feel like, I mean, that's like any child. I guess with conjunction, you don't need to really worry about postpartum depression, maybe. Because I feel like you will have like an immediate connection to your child. So I feel like for the majority of you, you won't need to worry about postpartum depression. It won't really happen for you. It's possible, but I highly doubt it. It seems like you'll have an easy time connecting with your child. Earth, Virgo, conjunction, a union, merging, coming together, emotions are running high, yeah. Also, again, high emotions. When you like get pregnant, you might end up swelling up during your pregnancy a lot and also get like really emotional. But don't let your past hold you back. Don't hold grudges. I will also say don't hold grudges. Especially with your partner, especially with whoever like you're expecting your child with, don't hold grudges. Do not let it go. Let go of your past. But yeah, October, June, April is a potential conception or birth months. Aries is also one of them. Earth, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo is also possible. So especially April, because April is Taurus and Aries, so that's like very possible. April is probably most likely for a lot of you to either conceive or give birth. But yeah, and who knows, you might end up conceiving during a supermoon. Who knows? You might end up conceiving during a supermoon, or giving birth during a supermoon. I don't know how frequent supermoons are, so I could be totally wrong on that. But yeah, get more information. Also, you might need to like learn something new to have a child. You might need to do more research. But don't get stuck up on the past. Like, don't get stuck on the past, or don't get stuck on the fact that it's not working out right now. Like, just keep going, keep moving, have faith. Okay? Be patient, be persistent. Don't let your past hold you back. And if it really bugs you, do some research. You know, maybe spice things up. Do some research. That seems to be like mostly what I'm picking up on. It might take a couple of tries, or you might want to wait a while. You might want to wait a while before you have a kid. So, but that's probably only for some of you. For I think most of you, it might just take a bit to like actually conceive. Now, moving on, this is the timing, because I feel like I've basically like touched on everything I need to right here. This is timing. This is your child, who they are, the blockages that have your child, what you need to know about them. So I will say something that immediately came to mind: memories, emotional storm, and curse. Something you probably already heard me say kind of under my breath. I thought of indigo child. I don't know if that's correct, but it's really intense, very, I don't want to say chaotic, but just like a very intense troublemaker child. I don't want to say you're going to have problems with your kid, or they're going to have issues with you, but for the lack of a better term, that's kind of what it is. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. It's going to be a lot of learning with this kid. They're going to be really intense. They're going to be very emotional. It seems they're probably going to be the type of kid, the type of toddler to throw a lot of tantrums. They're going to throw a lot of tantrums. At worst, you might even feel like you've been cursed. Even though you really wanted this child, you might even feel like you were kind of cursed. Kids curse is like hex, witchcraft, negative mind. So, because of how, I guess, maybe hateful your child can be, or just how like intense your child can be, that can make you question yourself a lot, make you question your child a lot, make you question your parenting a lot. Have like a very negative mindset. You might be like really hard on them, or on yourself, or even on your partner. It's unfortunate, but it happens. You might even unfortunately end up saying you regret having them. I understand that can happen to some parents. You know, when they're really stressed out and things aren't getting any better, they tend to, it's really bad, so take what I say with a grain of salt. You know, I'm not saying you're this type of person, and again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. You might, kind of wish you didn't have your child. Some people might be like that. I know of some people that are like that. It's sad, but it's true. They might kind of wish they didn't have this child. Even though they may have really wanted this child, it's like now that their child is grown, it's like this, kind of sucks. So I feel like with your child, you're going to have a very like turbulent connection with them for a long time. You're going to have a really turbulent relationship. There's possible, or that's possible, but also with emotional storm, something that I also just like realized, I also saw during your pregnancy, you could be like already like a really emotional person, or when you get pregnant, you're going to be really emotional, and with emotional storm, that's even heightened. So that could be like a pregnancy symptom you're gonna have, or that could just be like who you are as a person. You're just like a very emotional person, highly emotional, highly like intense. I mean, is that postpartum depression? Maybe, I don't really know. But turmoil, unstable, affected. Yeah, you could be going through a lot of like emotional issues right now. And it's possible your child will go through the same emotional issues or similar emotional issues as they get older. Memories is also reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet, which I did say don't get hooked up on your past. There's definitely, with this pile, seems to be like something about the past, something about like how like emotional you are, like an emotional storm, emotional turmoil, and kind of feeling like you're cursed. I guess realizing it, thinking about it, it doesn't have to be that like your child is like really intense, and like you're stressed out because of it. Like your child could end up being like have like a mental disorder or something, or a disability. But it doesn't have to be that. Instead of like it being the child, it could be you. And I mean, it's kind of like I was saying before. It's you kind of like reminiscing about the past, letting the past hold you back, being like really emotional about like not conceiving a child, and at worst you could feel like you're cursed. You could feel like, I'm cursed. I'm not having any kids. Why am I not having kids? I want kids. Am I cursed? Am I not able to have kids? So I feel like for those who chose this pile, that might be kind of your mindset. Kind of feeling like you're cursed. Or you've been cursed, are cursed. Maybe someone has like an evil eye on you. That might be for some of you, an evil eye. I don't know. I actually don't think that's what an evil eye is or what an evil eye even does, so I'm probably wrong on that. But it's like very emotionally like intense. So that can be you and you worrying, but I also just feel like this could just be like the child, just like a really intense child. And I feel like, with memories, I feel like the memories that you have with them when like there was a little kid, like when they were like a little kid, like everything was fine, everything was dandy when they were like a little kid, but as they got older, like teenage years, maybe preteen, teenage years, puberty, young adult is when kind of shit hit the fan. So if they weren't like the type of kid to like throw a lot of tantrums and to not let shit go, like they might grow up to be like that. It could be something traumatic happened to them. Or again, it could be like a mental disorder. So I can't fault them, and I also can't fault you, because I understand, like, I can only imagine, like, parenting a child that has, like, really serious issues. It can be really stressful, so I can't really fault you at, like, thinking that way, if you're thinking really negatively, or, like, feeling like you regret having your kid. I can't really fault you. It's awful, but I can't fault you. And who knows, memories might even be, for some of you, at worst, not even when your child was younger, but just when you didn't have a child at all. Like, I won't lie. For some of you, you might end up regretting having a child. Some of you might regret having a child in this pile. Like, after you have this kid, there will be moments, when your child is older, that you'll regret it. And it'll be very overwhelming. And who knows, curse. You could be, like, there could be, like, a family curse. If this isn't, like, what I'm reading, if I'm reading it properly, there could just be, like, a family curse going on. That could, like, a generational trauma thing, or, like, just a generational curse that you could end up being put on your child unintentionally. You can end up putting this on your child. I don't know. That could be, like, I don't really know much about curses. I don't know really anything about curses, but it could be a generational curse, or hell, it could be, like, a hereditary, like, disability, like, mental disorder, and that could be, like, kind of the curse per se, is, like, this mental disorder. So some of you might come from families with like a lot of like mental health issues. So that could also just be a worry. That might not be what it actually is, but it could be a worry that you have, like a worry that like, and that could also be something you have personally, is this mental disorder, like maybe the beginning stages of it. I will say, for the health of you and your child, you should probably see a therapist, see a doctor, see a therapist, see a specialist. You know, look out for yourself and your partner and for your child. Just, be on the lookout. Be careful. Because hopefully this can be avoided. Whatever this is, but yeah, memories, emotionally, storm, curse. And then breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Is it micromanaging kind of like the small stuff? Turning like small things into big things? Breath of the cosmos. I feel like I need to kind of look this one up in the booklet. I don't really ever use this deck, the Starseed, although looking at it, that is very nice. Breath of the Cosmos. We rely on our own will. We're micromanaging our system and emotional flow of the world. Well, I mean, it sounds like Breath of the Cosmos is like trying to control too much. Turn into the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please let me. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. My will. Oh, it's like trusting the universe, it seems. Okay. Hopefully I have an understanding of what this card means, but it's more so just trusting the universe. Trusting yourself, trusting the universe. It could be like putting your trust in God, too. Yeah, my will to thy will. I'm also really worried about, like, control issues. This could also be, like, control issues. Hopefully, it could also be, like, projection, so hopefully you or your partner won't be projecting shit onto your child or children. Hopefully not, like, projecting or being controlling over them. Hopefully not. I understand it might come from a good place, like good intentions, but it could end up, stirring even more shit with your kid. Can end up making things worse. Yeah, trusting the universe, I would say. Kind of trusting God. It's like, if things don't work out, it's just... I mean, I feel like also this could just be like, when it comes to having a kid, you just need to trust it. Like, you just gotta trust that it will happen. Like, stop trying to control it and just trust that it will happen. And if it really bothers you, again, just do research, Get more information. But it seems to more so just, like, trust it will happen. Have faith, divine timing is at play. I mean, I will say, have faith, trust in the universe, basically. Trust that whatever will trouble you or is going to trouble you or your child or partner, trust that it will work out. Do the best thing for yourself and for your kid and for your partner. Do the best thing for everything, for everyone. Do the best for everyone. I'm sure that message is probably not what most people want to hear, so I understand. For Birch reversed, Birch, and this is the desk. So Birch, determination, overcoming difficulties, rebirth. That's good. And this is also spring, so again, there could be like a strong spring implication in this reading, strong spring implication. It could be summer, it could also be fall. But Fuck, I already forgot. What the fuck did it say? Determination, overcoming difficulties, rebirth. Yeah, it seems like with your child overall, it will be about overcoming difficulties. And hell, when it comes to having like this child, and despite the difficulties, it's like have faith. Like work through it together, like work on it together. Trust in yourself and trust in the universe. You know, and overcome these difficulties. So hopefully, if I'm reading this right, and your child will end up having like emotional problems, could be trauma related. Hopefully your child will get the healing that they need, and so will you and your partner and the other children you may have. Hopefully you guys will work on this together, you know, and your family won't be so turbulent. So yeah, overcome difficulties and be reborn. So I hope you guys enjoyed that then. I think this is pretty much it. Oh, before I leave though, numbers 43, 9, 24, 20, 18, 1. So any of those numbers might be valuable. Take what resonates, it's general. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And now let me just organize this, and then time for the last part of the video. Alright, so for the last part of the video, I want to know what pile is for me. So, Alexa, choose a number between 1 and 4.
There's a number between 1 and 4. It's...
Dude, what the fuck? Okay, my Alexa is fucking tripping, and I don't know why. It literally cut off. It paused, and right when it was gonna give me the answer. What did it say? 2? What the?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't know. It was either 2 or 3. I don't know. Alexa, stop. Okay, I think Alexa's having issues, but it's either 2 or 3, so... Because it sounded like twee. That's what it sounded like. It was like twee. So maybe it's 3, but I guess it could be 2 too. 2 as well, so I don't know. It's one of them. Alexa, choose a number between 1 and 4. Who knows? Maybe I should... I don't think she's working. I don't know. Maybe I should just like take it as like a mixture between 2 and 3. So I guess we'll see when I have a kid.
There's a number between 1 and 4. It's 4.
And then I got 4. So 2, 3, or 4. I don't know. I'm really confused right now, but I guess we'll see. And I didn't really see a gender for pile 4. I don't know. It feels like a boy, but it could be a girl. It's actually, oop, and my phone is dying. So, fuck. So yeah, this might be, yeah, I need to let my phone charge. So I hope you guys enjoy it though. Thank you. I gotta end the video now, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.